Good day, everyone. Welcome once again to the week on Inside Links TV, where we come and we dissect, the news that's really hits the media, and it's trending in the country currently. And today with me, I have my colleagues, and we'll be going straight into business after we've met them. So here I have
Damilola Latif.
and
Temmy Olubody.
okay, and I am your host Chibuike Emmanuel. So back to what is happening in this country. First of all, we heard about the insurgencies spiraling in Kwara State, where due to the insecurities and all, the NYSC members, the NYSC management had to, ask the Kwara Polytechnic to offer them their environment so they could host the NYSC camping period for the period of 3 weeks. And it's really spiked a commotion due to the fact that a lot of students are in the school and the school was currently on section. Now they asked the students to leave the school while they camp core members for 3 weeks. And now this did not sit well with the students. The students had to, show that they are not happy with it. So they took to the streets to protest about this, and securities came up, and the whole thing got caught up in a feud. And yeah, this is the crisis we were talking about. So what's your take on this?
My take on this is that the school have to have informed the students earlier. Them not informing the students does not really make sense to me because majority of students living in the hostel, they don't have friends or family to go and meet. So the school not informing them earlier is that majority of the students does not really have family or friends, and majority of them come from a very far place. So they should have informed them earlier on it.
So what do you think about
Just as she said, but I'll just have to add a little to it. The thing of them camping the NYSC core members, so Kwara State University and Polytechnic, sorry. It's something that came. It was impromptu. They should have told the students like a week before or 2 weeks before to vacate the area. Maybe they would have looked for for where to stay for the meantime, pending the 3 weeks orientation, whatever would end. So just telling them to leave the school. I got to know about the incident on TikTok where people were just saying out their minds that they did not even care about the students. Where do they expect them to go to? The people staying in hostel, obviously they don't have friends. Some of them might not have friends off campus. Staying in the hostel is their only way of accommodation or something. You're just telling them to go back home suddenly, go back to their various houses. What if they don't have tea fare at the moment to even go back home? Should they sleep outside?
So personally, I feel like at some certain point in time they must have informed them.
Okay.
Probably they did not give them much time as expected to actually move out, which students on the other hand would always have complaint regarding whatsoever measures being put out to them.
Yes.
And we also have to consider these core members. They were talking about the environments where they were camping, which is in sort of like a red zone currently. It's so the aggressive nature of kidnapping and everything going on there. If these core members were to travel there now and most of them get kidnapped or something happen and they ambush the whole camp and the whole vandalism and all, what would a lot of students who actually take it to social media and be like, oh this, oh that, they will still blame the government.
Yes.
So that's one thing with people.
Yes,
You do the talk, you don't do the talk. So now they want to use their space so that these core members will be more secure for just a period of 3 weeks. And they are complaining, they are still taking to the streets.
But they should have informed them earlier. That would have solved a lot of problems.
They should have made other provisions, or they should have provided other means, not necessarily the school hostel.
Okay. Do
You
you
get.
think that if they had informed them earlier, they would not have, taken up this measure, or they would amicably just leave the space?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
don't really
believe,
know
I
about
believe,
that.
I believe students will still protest, or
Yes,
take
they
it to the
will.
street. Students will always be students.
Yes.
So moving on, the other news that's spiraling on the internet is about the DNA tests and
Okay.
the whole paternity test of the Adelekes. Wow. That is another dimension of the news, because it's bringing this our 001, as they call him in the Afrobeat industry, to the
001.
limelight. And
001.
001. You all know him. It's bringing, I've not mentioned his name, and he's already out there. It's bringing him up to the limelight, and it's not another album or another latest release, but what?
Baby.
Babies.
Baby mama.
Okay, let's have it. So, what do you have to say about this whole issue?
The thing is that, according to what the lady said, that they have already conducted the DNA test. That was in 2018, but she said that she did not trust the process. But Davido's father came out that they conducted 5 DNA tests. They do 3 for Davido, the other 2 for B-Red. But the thing is that, who are we going to believe? Because for the almighty Deji Adeleke to come out that this is what happened, that means that he has a lot of evidence on it. And one thing that people used to say, that a woman knows the father of her child. And she also explained that this issue, that the bullying and other things that our daughter is receiving from school, that is affecting her. I understand that part. And one thing I also see is that on the social media page, she wrote Davido Ode's daughter.
I feel like to some certain extent she is also cumulating this whole thing, because now you're trying to control the whole social media bullying and violence your daughter is facing in school. Why still drawing all this attention to her? Why not just I don't know, but do things in peace? Okay, now this whole thing is happening. You've not won the court case that is practically going on. You've not even have maybe you had tangible proof that has not been vetted yet. But you should have at least wait for this whole thing to be put together before you taking it out on social media, always posting Davido's oldest daughter and this one. Tomorrow now somebody will come out from somewhere and say, Davido has an oldest son somewhere, and he's the heir apparent to all his property.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they fight all these issues?
Yes.
Exactly. Everybody wants to be Davido's
From the
Davido's
Adelekes.
because the reputation, the fame, the money. This family, they are wealthy. So I don't blame the woman for coming out to she of course she would see how Davido takes care of Imade and the likes, and she would
Yes.
want the same treatment for her own child. But I don't think the way she approached this matter is the right way to approach it. At least if you are sure that this is your child, that this is Davido's child, there is a way you would. And since the family already said they conducted DNA test and it is negative, how about they conduct maybe a maternity test? Since she's very, very sure that this child belongs to Davido, maybe they swapped the baby in the hospital. Only God knows.
Now, the thing there that people are saying is that they should have this whole DNA test
Again.
and have a transparency thing on it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everybody
Probably
should be aware.
The
building
US.
international institution
Yes.
to supervise these things while they are going on. But who knows? Davido might be the father of the child.
Yes.
Davido might not be the father of
And
the child.
the thing is that I think she's sure about it. For she to keep coming on social media, she believes that social media is the only way to solve the
To
situation.
solve it, yes.
She cannot go to Davido. Davido will not answer.
Okay.
And she cannot write a letter to Davido's father. It might not answer her. So she believes that coming to
Social
social
media
media,
people
I know some people are bullying her, saying that she's desperate, her daughter is desperate. But she keep coming. I believe the only way that they can solve this problem is that they should just take the matter to court and make everything transparency. Nigeria should see the DNA process, so that it's not. She will not come back tomorrow to say that
because
the
they did not
process is
conduct.
being
Yes.
manipulative. So there's not.
Yes.
She should come to
They should just conduct
talking about the money, the family, they are wealthy, and they will definitely have an upper hand in the whole thing. If they are taking the matter to court, don't you think these people can still influence the matter in court? We're in Nigeria.
Yeah, we know. One thing is about is that many influencers, are supporting Davido because Davido has influence and other things. It's only few that is supporting the lady. And my belief is that this lady coming back to say this child is yours, it means that it's Davido.
But Davido is not the type, according to what we've been seeing, Davido is not the type to reject children. He has a lot of
Ayo?
And it's not the money.
Who is the mother of Anu? Who is she?
It doesn't matter.
Who says it doesn't matter?
Is it the money to take care of the baby that?
Who says it doesn't matter? We believe that Imade, the firstborn of Davido, is our mother is the cousin to Dele Momodu. So name matters now. You cannot just come from somewhere and say that this child is yours because you have a one night stand.
I feel one night stand could go a long way. But practically they should take the matter to the court and settle themselves there. I'm not for Davido. I'm not against Davido. But
we are just saying none of us.
I'm not for the woman, and I'm not against her. But
we are just saying our opinion.
Women.
One thing I know that is a woman knows the father of her child.
Exactly. And you kept iterating that she keeps coming back.
Exactly.
Yes, now
maybe she might be truth like that. Davido is the father of the child, and maybe there might be an underlying agenda we are not seeing. So, moving on, we talk about the great icon. This person is supposed to be well respected, but because of the situation of our country and Gen Zs that are not actually respecting their elders, why would somebody open their mouths to be defaming a whole great icon, which is in person of Fela Kuti? Now, I don't want to mention names, but I have to mention names. It's very, very important because you have to see certain things from point of view. Now, Shehu Kuti has been, up and all, dragging Wizkid on social media and everything. And Wizkid got to reply Shehu Kuti. But now, my problem there is not Wizkid replying Shehu Kuti. It is Wizkid involving his father, Fela Kuti. Which even Wizkid sees that man and respects him. If you trace back a lot of Wizkid music, where he got his inspiration from, and he even have a tattoo of Fela on his body. But his music, I think I trace back to some of even I think a lot of us know Wizkid. Yeah. There is this particular Fela music that Fela did.
I know.
Then Wizkid twisted it to his own. I think I saw some other clips that Wizkid was just reframing from Fela to show you how he respects the man and he looks up to the man. But coming out to come and start.
Yeah. One thing I would say about is that that there's an adage that say that when you are pushing someone, that it's going to get to a point that the person will just look back and say, "What is it? Do you want to kill me?"
I feel like you want to say that adage in Yoruba, and so say it in Yoruba. Let us hear.
No, I don't want to say it in Yoruba. So the thing is that this is not the first interview that Shehu Kuti will be mentioning saying Wizkid, Fela. Wizkid has never for once say that it's bigger than Fela. Because what I see is that
he did say it.
He's frustrated. This man has been pushing him every time. Every time. When we can Wizkid
and if he doesn't stop him like that, it will continue.
Yes, now this is not the first time. Every time if you should go to an interview, say Fela is bigger than Wizkid though. Wizkid has never said that it's bigger than Fela.
Yes.
If it was you that someone is pushing, are you not going to look back at the person?
But you are looking back. You're going to mind how you're looking back. Let's
just say he's angry. He's angry that the fact that
he's very angry.
Kept mentioning his name. Wizkid though.
Let us insinuate a fight scene now. and you are in front, something is happening behind you, and you have your relative, or let's say an elder, behind the whole thing happening. Now you want to turn and refer back to that person that is taunting you. You now turn carelessly and hit the elder.
See,
Exactly.
let me tell you.
You should have handled it in a different way. Respecting the fact that okay, this man is first of all is an elderly person and is, as you said, is an icon.
He's late.
Yes, he's late,
Yeah,
and everybody
He's
like
so recipe.
they respect him very well in the music industry and all. Even if Shehu Kuti has been like on his neck, he should have handled this stuff differently. Not mentioning the man that is dead. Not even your no now.
You know what just came to heart was the fact that when something is happening on social media, they always tell you to be the bigger person. Cool? How do they say?
Wizkid has been
to
bigger
be
person.
bigger person, and you should not bring
Wizkid does
yourself
not
to the mud
mention.
to,
He
you
does
know,
not fight back. Even if you insult him, he will not.
to-
He will
yeah,
not
you
reply.
shouldn't bring yourself to
This
the mud.
one.
But I
Are you
think
sure?
there is an online personality
Wizkid does not
I
really
love.
have-
There is an online Judas. Who know? I think you people be understand with Judas. She don't care. She's a goat. She's a small goat. She will bring herself low, and you people will drag. But it's not. That doesn't dispute the fact that
Sure.
I guess he's
Wizkid,
angry.
Even if you are angry, you know how to control your, because
It's not everybody that knows how to control their temper when they are like someone has pissed them off to their limits. It's not everybody.
don't do what you would regret later.
Even Shehu elder brother Femi Kuti said that he's not going to say anything about it because Wizkid is not someone like that. Wizkid is very humble. That Wizkid we see on social
Are you
media.
sure?
Yes, sir. He said it now. That
Okay.
Wizkid we see on social media is different from the one that
very,
we are
very
seeing.
humble.
So Wizkid is very
He's
humble.
sarcastic.
I guess he's angry. Oh. I guess he's angry.
I can't dispute the facts, and I can't say I can relate because I don't know.
We don't know.
You get, because social media it's a whole different world entirely.
Exactly, yes.
That is how they would come. Whatsoever they put out on social media is what they want you as the audience to receive. And Gen Zs of nowadays, we just keep consuming content,
oh.
and whatever. It might be that last this whole thing could just be small propaganda they just want to use to gain
to
traction.
trend,
Yes,
Then
yeah.
they will now release one album. You know
That's
that?
true,
So,
yes.
well, I'm not
That's the
saying-
reason why we have to mind our comments.
Yes,
and what
so
to
mind
say.
your own business. This
Exactly,
country, you just have to
exactly.
mind
That's
your
their
business.
problem. They can solve
if
it
you are
in their own way.
judging, always try to hear from
Just
both
be
party.
neutral. Don't support this. Don't support, because when they settle the stuff, you just be in the middle.
That's it.
So, we've come to the end of the week. Thank you very much for staying with us through this wonderful program. And here with me, I have my amazing colleagues.
Damilola Latif.
And
Temlolo Alubade.
and I, your favorite host, Chibuike Emmanuel. Catch you next time on the week on Inside Links TV from all of us at Inside Links.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.